Hey there, what is going on, you guys? My name is Crazy Pie, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 most unique weapons within Titanfall 2. I know I've done one that's basically like the top 5 weapons not too long ago. It's actually around 21 days ago, but now someone has actually recommended me to do another top 5 weapons, and since it was only 20 days ago, I wanted to actually make one about the most unique weapons, as this game is set in the far future, kind of, so there is actually a decent amount of cool weapons in this game that I wanted to share with you, most of which I am extremely bad with, and we'll get into that later, but some are actually really fun to use, and it doesn't matter if you're bad, it just matters if you have fun. I also want to mention, guys, that I am coming up to a halt, I guess, not really like a halt, but school is almost finished for me and it's getting a little bit hectic, so if you want to stay up to date, I'll leave a link to my Twitter down in the description below. I actually recently did just make a Twitter, and basically it'll just, you know, if you want to know when the next upload will be out, check the Twitter and I'll leave it down there, and I'm probably going to actually post a lot more on my Twitter if, you know, now that I'm actually kind of like shouting it out, so that'll be pretty cool. There'll honestly be more uploads on Twitter, or posts, than there will be on YouTube, so basically every other day will be a YouTube upload, and then every day will be Twitter, so that'll be pretty cool. If you want to stay up to date on the uploads, then check it out. Like I said, this month is going to be a little bit hectic, so I'm sorry if it's like not every other day uploads, but hey, as long as there is at least 1 to 2 videos a week, that I'm fine, and I'm kind of gonna be happy. So, but yeah, without making this too long, if you guys do this video, please feel free down below to leave a like if you do enjoy, and subscribe if you're new to the channel, as we are so close to 1.5 thousand subscribers. But yeah, let's get into this, guys. So coming in at our number 5 spot for one of the most unique weapons within Titanfall 2. This is in no random order, they're all really unique, but we actually have the double take. Now, I personally cannot stand to use the double take, but the fact that it is a sniper that shoots pretty much around 3 bullets, and yes, it does shoot 3 bullets, it is proven, it's not 2, it's 3, it shoots 1 in the middle and then 2 to the side. It's pretty cool, and it's a very linear sniper rifle, so it's not like the Kraber where you have to have a direct hit. This one you can kind of shoot a little bit more on the side. So basically, for me at least, this sniper is more of an assist weapon. I don't really try to get as much kills. It's not like the G2 where you can automatically spray it. It does have a little bit of a cap, but the fact that it is a sniper that is a 3 burst is pretty cool in my opinion. It's not really a burst, but it's a 3 spread, and honestly it makes it extremely unique in my opinion. It's not really like the Kraber or the DMR. The DMR is like a select fire sniper rifle, and the Kraber is kind of like your average pump action kind of. This one is just like out there, you know, it's a 3 shot sniper rifle, you know, it's not really like, you know, you're gonna kill them in 1 shot. Most of the time you're actually going to hit extremely low. You're going to do around 85 damage. So 2 shots to the kill pretty much all the time, except for if you hit him in the head. And you're going to want to try to be extremely accurate with this thing, as really it does do a spray fire, not really a cluster shot. So yeah. Also, guys, Kraber does come in at our number 5 spot. Let's move into the number 4 spot. I know I just said Kraber, I meant to say double take, my bad. But guys, moving into our number 4 spot, we actually have the L-Star. Now, the L-Star is unique in its own special way, as really it does never run out of ammo. It shoots fire pretty much, and it shoots balls of fire. It has an extremely good hip fire sight, as it's really just a dot in the center of your screen, a big circle that all you have to do is just look at, and it shoots. You do have to control your shots, so you do not have to aim directly at the enemy. You kind of have to follow them a little bit and predict where they're going to be, which does kind of suck, but the fact that it is an infinite amount of ammo is extremely good in my opinion, and all it does is overheat, so really you don't necessarily need to run too much extra ammo and speed loader, as really you can pretty much use the ammo to your advantage and not have to start to spray. You don't really have to get it to overheat, but you want to try to be careful, because once you stop shooting, the gun will actually have to cock back a little bit and you'll have to fix it up. So definitely be careful where you're shooting. It is still an extremely fun gun to use though, and I really do enjoy using it, as it's extremely strong and it does have infinite ammo, so really you're just never gonna have a bad time when using this gun. But definitely, guys, L-Star comes in at our number 4 spot. Moving into our number 3 spot, guys, for some of the most unique weapons in Titanfall 2, we actually have, surprisingly, well, not really surprisingly, the EPG, and this is one of those weapons, as well as the double take, that I said I'm not really that good with. This one is pretty hard to use in my opinion. It's not that easy. It shoots 1 bullet per time, has 5 in the mag without extended ammo, and basically it's extremely slow, and you have to predict your shots. Now, the good thing is that it does actually have splash damage, but you're going to have to be extremely accurate. If you can hit the enemy directly on, then you're going to get a good kill. Basically, it's just a 1 shot. But if you can't, you're going to have to control the splash damage. This is one of those guns where if there is a bunch of grouped enemies, you are on the good. But really, if you're trying to fight 1 enemy at a time, I would highly recommend sticking to the air, as really you'll be a lot more accurate. So this thing is very hard to shoot directly at an enemy, so you're going to want to try to be high up in the air to get good, easy splash damage on the enemy. But definitely it's very unique in the aspect that you're not going to try to approach an enemy the same, as it does have extremely slow firing. Really hard to use, but also really fun, and it's definitely worthy of being on this list in one of the unique weapons. Definitely give it a go. Really hard to use, but if you're looking for a challenge, definitely give out the EPG a try. And it's pretty cool once you actually do hit a kill with it. Moving in, guys, to our number 2 spot, we actually have the Mastiff. Now, the Mastiff is actually kind of buffed now. It did actually get buffed, and I believe the glitch in the Frontier update, to the point where now you can actually finally use this thing and get a good amount of damage. It used to actually suck extremely bad. Mine is not even generated, but now that it is actually pretty good, I'm super happy to use it, and it is extremely unique. So it is actually a shotgun that shoots clusters, but the thing about the Mastiff is that, for one, now it is extremely strong and it's actually usable, and for two, the thing shoots lines, okay? It's not like your EVA 8 where it's like one big compact shot. This thing will shoot one big linear straight line, so you're gonna have to be extremely accurate with it. But the good thing about it is that it does have pretty much infinite range, so you're basically always gonna hit the shot if you can be accurate, but that doesn't make it easy. So if an enemy is above you, you're gonna want to try to aim up directly at them, and it's gonna be hard because it does shoot one thin line of bullets, pellets I should say, because it's a shotgun. If the enemy is on even playing field with you, you do have a chance, and since it is very strong now and it's basically a one-shot kill, you will easily take them out. But if they are above you, it can get a little bit more tricky. While running different height variants can get a little bit more tough to use with Mastiff, but definitely, guys, this thing is extremely fun to use, very powerful, and I definitely do recommend using it as it is so strong. And the fact that it does actually shoot linear bullets and just one big line definitely makes it very unique and worthy of making this list. Honestly, I would recommend giving it a solid go because it is so strong now that it has its buff. It's extremely good, and I definitely love using the Mastiff now. Give it a go, definitely is worthy of this list. But guys, let's move into our number 1 spot. Guys, moving into our number 1 spot, we actually have the Cold War. Now, the Cold War I was actually asked to use long time ago. I believe it was actually in February I was asked to use it, and I recently haven't used it too much since, but the time that I have spent with this gun has been pretty cool, as it's very different from all the other guns. It's very powerful and very strong in my opinion, and this is one of those guns that you should use on a very tight close map with a lot of corridors, such as Complex where you can rain above, or on something like Glitch where you can easily get the wall run and rain above as well. This gun shoots around 4 to 5 bullets. It's like big balls of energy kind of, and they shoot down. They do have a kind of like arc distance, so basically you're going to want to try to distance it so it does actually reach the enemy. They do go extremely far though, so don't really worry about that, but the splash damage is insane. This thing can actually hurt yourself, which is not the greatest thing in the world, but definitely it is so good when you can actually finally get that kill, because it does such good splash damage. And you're going to want to try to burst your shots because it does take like a little bit of a charge up time, so it's like once you press the trigger it'll take 2 or 3 seconds till it actually fires the bullets, which doesn't really matter because its splash damage is so good. But if you're accurate with its hip fire, which is kind of like a semicircle, it's a circle but it's cut in half pretty much, if you're good with that, then you can honestly get so many kills, as its splash damage is literally insane. If you can hit all of the shots, you're easily going to get the kill. And the fact that it does have this charge up time is really unique in Titanfall 2, as really it's definitely different from all the other guns like the EPG, the double take, the Mastiff, etc. It's really cool to use this gun. Super strong. I wouldn't say it's as strong as the Mastiff, but definitely you can't necessarily compare the two, because honestly they're easily just 2 different guns. This thing is very strong though. If your playstyle is different than the Mastiff, I'd honestly say that this thing is a little bit stronger. This thing is just brutal to use, rain down on enemies. It's really good if you're good with the mobility like slide hopping and the wall running. But yeah, definitely give this a go. I find it to be good with grapple, as you can really get above the enemies, and that's what you want with this weapon as it rains down. This gun, the Cold War, definitely deserved a spot at number 1 on the top 5 most unique weapons in Titanfall 2. But yeah, if you guys did this video, once again, feel free down below to comment what your favorite guns and most unique guns are in Titanfall 2. I'll definitely want to read those and see what you guys have to say. That's always cool to try that, and I'll definitely try out your guns. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please feel free down below to leave a like as well as subscribe. I'll see you guys within 2 days hopefully for another video. But yeah, peace guys.